Hello everyone! Today is Chinese New Year and we are going to make a traditional Chinese food, the dumpling. Now in the north, the dumpling are known as 水饺, but in the south, dumplings are known as 馄饨. Today we will be making southern style dumplings, although the difference is not extremely significant, so you get to see what northern style dumplings look at too. Now, first let's look at the ingredients. Okay, now let's talk about how to make a filling. One of the main constituents of our filling is going to be the meat. Here I have about 1 pound of ground pork. Next, let's talk about the flavorings that we'll be using. You'll also need about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of cooking wine, 1 tablespoon of finely minced ginger, 1 cup of minced spring onions or chives, and also about 1 tablespoon of sugar. Although the most common and most popular and most traditional meat used is pork, you can also feel free to substitute other ground meats, such as ground turkey or ground chicken. You can also add other vegetables to your filling, such as naba cabbage. Once you have all the ingredients, just pour all of them into the meat mixture and stir well to mix. So just stir, just take some chopsticks and just stir in a circularized motion for about 2 to 3 minutes until the mixture is thoroughly mixed. Now, I've already prepared some mixed filling so that we don't have to go through the process of mixing our filling together. Okay, now our filling is ready, and let's start to make some dumplings. To make our dumplings, we'll need some wrappers. There are 2 main types of wrappers. First is the northern style wrapper, or the round wrapper. Next, we also have the square style wrapper, or the southern style wrapper. We'll be doing both styles of wrappers so you get to see what both of them look like today. First, take a dish of water. Dip your hands in the water to coat them and make them wet. And then coat half of the edge of the wrapper with some water. Like that. See how easy it is? Next, we're going to take a small spoonful of our filling and place it into the center of our wrapper. Just like that. Finally, we're going to take our wrapper and fold it in half. Careful not to let any of the meat spill out. We're also going to use our thumb to push down on the edges of our wrapper to give our wrapper a nice tight seal. Giving our wrapper a nice tight seal will allow the wrapper to not come undone when we're cooking our dumpling later. So here it is. That is 1 wrapped dumpling in the northern style. Okay, now let's go on to the southern style. For the southern style, we're going to use a square wrapper. In the same format as our northern style, we're going to dip our hands into the water and we're going to line half the edge of our wrapper with some water. Just like that. Then, we're going to use a spoon to take a little bit of filling and put it into the center of our wrapper. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to fold the wrapper in half to make a rectangle. So, fold it over, and then use our fingers to press firmly on the edges to give the wrapper a nice tight seal so the wrapper won't come undone when we're cooking it. Just like that. So here is our southern style dumpling. But now we're going to make some additional folds. So in a wrapper, when we have it in a rectangle, we're going to take this sliver of wrapper and we're going to fold it up like this. Then we're going to take the 2 corners, we're going to dab one of the corners with some water, and we're going to fold the corners over each other just like that. And here is the finished southern style dumpling. It's called a 馄饨 or a wonton. Okay, now we are going to cook our dumplings. There are 3 main ways of cooking dumplings, including boiling dumplings in water, where you just add the dumplings to a pot of hot water, steaming the dumplings, where you add the dumplings to a bamboo steamer, or pan frying the dumplings. Today we are going to be pan frying the dumplings. Pan frying the dumplings creates a nice crispy outer texture and is one of the most yummy ways to eat a dumpling. So now here I have some dumplings that have already been pre-wrapped. So first we're going to take a non-stick pot and we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of oil and put it in our pot. Okay, now we're going to swirl our pot to coat the bottom of the pan with the oil. Okay. Now we're going to put our dumplings in the pot, just like this. 1, 2, dum dum dum. Putting our dumplings in the pot. Be sure that each dumpling is touching the oil so that it will get a nice crispy outer texture when it is fried. Okay, so now we've added our dumplings into our pan. When pan frying, we're also going to need to add 2 tablespoons of water. So here is 1 tablespoon of water, and now let's add a 2nd tablespoon of water. Okay, there we go. Now we're ready to pan fry our dumplings. Now we are going to be pan frying our dumplings. So here I have in a pan that we have prepared our dumplings with some water and oil. So now I am going to turn the heat on to medium-high heat. And we're just going to let the dumplings cook on medium-high heat for about 5 minutes. While the dumplings are cooking, we're going to place a lid on the pan. When we place the lid on the pan, the water in the pan will evaporate due to the heat, and the steam from the water will remain inside our lid. Now let's check on our dumplings. About 7 minutes has passed, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heat off, and now we're going to take the lid off, and we're going to flip the lid upside down while we turn it up, just like that. The dumplings smell delicious. So now we'll see that the dumplings are very nicely fried. They're nice and golden on one side and well cooked on the other. So now we're going to just use some chopsticks, just like that. And we're going to take our dumplings and put them in another bowl. This one almost there. We just have a few more dumplings left. How wonderful does that look? Nice and golden brown. Delicious. Okay, there we have it. Pan-fried dumplings for Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone.